Well, hello. Welcome back to Survival Saturday with Johnny Tiger. The date is November 14, 2020. And yeah, I must cut a very dashing figure with an onion hanging by my left shoulder, standing in the kitchen doorway. But there is a reason why I am standing in the doorway for today's video. In fact, I'm hoping that you guys can see me clearly because what I'm going to be demonstrating today uh, will make more sense if you can actually see me when I'm doing it. I know there have been videos where you can only see part of my shoulder, my chest, and me from the chin down, me from the forehead up, and I always appreciate it when people come back and give me feedback on those videos. Keep in mind, being totally blind myself, I don't really know what it looks like unless someone says something. One of the questions I got asked several times, but in one particular time, it was phrased in a particularly funny way, was during a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match. My opponent asked me, he said, Johnny, are you on some kind of diet? Or do you do some kind of workout routine? Or are you just freakishly strong naturally? Are you some kind of freak or mutant? And that made me laugh because, like I said, I've been asked that question many times, uh, not always in that phrasing, but the question is, do I do something that makes me stronger than I should be? How can I be so strong? Well, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I'm going to tell you my secret today. Yes, I am pretty strong. I will say that I am pretty strong. I work hard. I do a lot of conditioning. I do a lot of calisthenics, and I do some weight training. I stay very active, so I can stay strong. But if it comes down to strength, there are a lot of people out there, a lot of people that I personally train with, a lot of people that I matched up against in the dojo, outside the dojo, that are actually stronger than myself. However, at the time when we were matched up against each other, it may seem like I was stronger than they were, just because I was able to throw them around or get out of their grip or bring them to the floor. The secret is that on top of what I already do for strength conditioning, I understand leverage, I understand momentum, I understand body alignment, and I am extremely sensitive to any kind of little shift in people's body language, especially when we are grappling or in close-up striking distance. That allowed me to bring my knowledge to the forefront, to change that little bit of angle at the crucial moment to mess up my opponent's momentum, to mess up their leverage, to give myself the optimum alignment, leverage, and momentum that allow me to sometimes quite easily deal with people a lot bigger than myself. So it is not, strictly speaking, always with muscle power, although having good muscle power does help. But if you can understand body alignment, if you can understand leverage, if you can understand momentum, then you don't need to work that hard to get things done. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about the most important aspect, which is understanding body alignment. Body alignment, simply put, is When your muscles and joints and bones are lined up properly to do what they're supposed to do, then it doesn't take a lot of energy to make them work to their optimum. But if things are not lined up properly, then you have to rely on your tendons and your muscles to perform to their best. And when they get tired, you lose your advantage. So having good alignment will allow you to do a lot of crazy things without seemingly to use hardly any energy at all. Let me show you guys a few of the basic body alignment. First, with our head. Everyone knows that when you're boxing, when you're fighting, you tuck your chin. Why is that? Well, because you want to hide your chin, because when you get tapped on the chin, you don't even need to get hit that hard. A moderate power hit on the chin will knock you out. So you want to tuck your chin. But more importantly, is if you don't tuck your chin, if I keep my head nice and high, looking at my opponent proudly, okay, if I'm arrogant like that, and my opponent just takes their hand, watch this, okay, push my forehead, my head whip back. It doesn't matter how strong my neck is, because when my head is up, my alignment is off. My neck muscles are not engaged. My spine, my shoulder are not behind my neck. They are not behind my head. So when someone shoves my head, whether by the forehead or even by my chin, my head turns. And that is going to cause a lot of damage for me. I get whiplash. I can hurt my neck. I can get disoriented. Okay? Now, if I tuck my chin, if I drop my chin to my chest, now do the same push to the forehead. Nothing. Barely a shift. Okay? Let's say the hip to the face, to the chin. Nothing. There's no movement. Because my neck muscle, my shoulder muscle, my traps are engaged and firmly planted behind my neck, my spine. I have good alignment. So this way, when someone hit me in the head or shove me in the head, I won't get whiplash. I won't stumble. Okay? Another thing why you don't want to have your head do this whiplashing movement is if someone do it hard enough and your head go back, you will stumble back and you will fall. Okay, bad idea. Keep your chin down, keep that head to neck to shoulder alignment. Next, I'll show you guys leg. This one is very obvious, but it's worthwhile looking at because I think a lot of time we take things for granted and we don't sit down and think about why is a certain position stronger than a certain position. If I am standing with my leg totally straight or with a tiny little 5-degree bend because I don't want to hyperextend my knee, like I'm just standing normal, okay? You say I reach up and push against the ceiling. I can push with all my might, but I'm not bending. Okay, I don't even need to expend any energy to brace against it. My body is just not going anywhere because my legs are lined up properly. Shin bone behind the foot, and the knee behind the shin, and the thigh behind the knee, and the hip behind the thigh, and the spine behind the hip. Everything is lined up. So if I push against the ceiling, no matter how hard I push, my body is just not going down. Okay? In this position, if someone suddenly jump on my back, I can have a good chance of holding them up without them being able to bear me down to the ground. However, now let's look at this. If I flex my knee, if I bend a little bit, just a little bit, not even 90 degrees, okay? This is not even a 90-degree bend. And now I grab the wall and start pushing. You guys can see my arm is actually outperforming my leg. I push and my legs are folding, okay? Because I don't have alignment. It doesn't matter how much bigger my thighs are compared to my arm. I might be able to hold my position for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, but eventually my legs get tired because I don't have good alignment, so I have to rely on my muscle to hold me up. Okay? If I stand properly with good alignment, someone can shove me and shove me and shove me. I can have a very good chance of staying standing upright. If my alignment is off, if I'm kind of tilted to the side, or if my feet are canted to the side, and someone shoves me right away, I'm staggering, I'm stumbling. Okay? Those are the little things with body alignment that will help you become a lot stronger than you already are and use a lot less energy to hold yourself up or to throw the other person. Now the exciting part, let's look at arms. I leave arms to be the last one because this is where it's going to benefit you the most. This is what if you understand the alignment of arms, that will give you a lot harder punches without having to use a lot more energy. Turning to the side where hopefully you guys can see my profile. I'm standing in the doorway with my back against one side of the frame and my arm in front of me bracing against the other side of the door frame, right? Okay, so if I have my hand down here by my hip against the wall at a low angle and I walk forward, what you can see that my arm cannot resist the wall at all. My body will push my arm out of the way and eventually my shoulder contact the wall, right? Bad alignment, right? If I put my arm way up above my head, again, high angle, and I start walking forward, again, there's no way my arm's going to hold that. My body will defeat my arm. The wall will defeat my arm. My arm will not be able to hold it back. Okay? If my arm is straight out from my shoulder, I want to keep a little bit of a bend in my elbow so I don't hyperextend my elbow. So let's say I start from my fist in front of my shoulder and I go straight out, put my fist against the wall. Now I walk forward. I can't. Okay? My one arm is holding back my entire body, my entire weight. Okay? And I can hold it here for a long time. Not going to get tired because this is a perfect alignment. Elbow down, shoulder down, fist straight forward. Easy. Now if you watch this, it's important to keep your shoulder down because if I bring my shoulder up, what's going to happen is, okay, I have my fist against the wall, but my shoulder is up. It looked okay in the beginning, but pretty soon the arm start to bend and I start to get closer to the wall. The arm cannot maintain that because the alignment is broken. The shoulder go up, my lateral muscles, my lats are not behind my shoulder. Okay, my spine not behind my shoulder. Okay, everything has to line up for this to be good. If the shoulder is up or if the shoulder is out to the side, no good. Okay, from the shoulder straight out, straight line, wrist behind the fist, forearm behind the wrist, elbow behind the forearm, bicep behind the elbow, tricep behind the bicep, and shoulder behind the tricep, and lateral behind the shoulder. Everything has to line up for this to work to its best ability. So, why is it so important to talk about this? Because this is not only so you can do something cool like brace against the wall with one arm and not get tired. Okay? This is not only for you to win a shoving or pushing competition or arms wrestling match. Although if you understand body alignment, all this will happen. But it is so important because this will also allow you to survive against someone who's strong, bigger and stronger. When you go up against someone who's super strong, that's stronger than you, bigger than you, the one of the better chance for you to win without losing your energy, running out of energy, is to improve your own body alignment while messing up their body alignment. Okay? For example, if I am the wall and my opponent is doing this, pushing in with their fist, straight coming in, super strong, and there's no way for me to hold against that, then all I have to do is take my hand and put my thumb against the inside of their elbow and shove it to the side. That will make them stumble to the side. That will break their posture right away. Doesn't matter how strong they are. All it takes is breaking that alignment and the job is done. So understand how things line up, understand how things work, and understand how you can use the minimum amount of force to break someone's alignment. That will allow you to appear to be some kind of naturally strong freak like myself. Thank you for checking out today's Survival Saturday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Soul Search Sunday. For now, have a good night.